Hey guys, it's Hannah here and I have a haul for you. So today I'm going to be sharing with you what I picked up at Sephora for 20% off. I placed a Laminatrix order and a Singe beauty order. So if you're interested in what I've picked up recently after my no buy of 2 months, just stay tuned. Alright, so let's start with Sephora because that is probably why you're all here. So this was a Sephora Australia haul. I do have a Sephora US haul coming. It's being shipped and that I will have for you. But Sephora Australia did have their 20% off as well. And I am a gold member. Thanks Dyson Airwrap. That is the only reason I am a gold member. I've never been gold otherwise. But the deal was 20% off no matter what. And you got a free headband on orders over $120. So I got this one in my online order, and then I didn't spend $120 on my in-store, but apparently it was close enough to the end, so they gave me a second one, so that'll go to Erin. But they're cute. I don't know. I don't have one, so it's nice to have one of the makeup-y headbands. So, the most important thing I picked up, because everything else is kind of unimportant compared to this, is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes The Neutrals palette. So this is Makeup by Mario's newest palette, and the only thing I've tried from Makeup by Mario is his lip gloss sticks. And I've heard fantastic things about this formula, so I picked it up. I did a try-on haul, not a try-on haul, a trying new makeup with this, which will be coming next, and I use this, and so far I really enjoy it. They blend really well. It's really, the neutrals is a great name for it because everyone thinks it's really cool toned, but really it is quite neutral. There's a little bit of cool, but compared to his other one, which is very warm toned, this looks cool, but it is very much a neutral toned palette. There is some, as I said, some coolness. I feel like I'm now repeating myself. Some coolness, but very much neutral. You take out the grey, it is very neutral. But I'm really excited to play around with this a little bit more, get my thoughts on it for you, and if you want to see more looks with it, let me know and I can do that. The next big thing I bought was from Dior, and I finally caved and bought a Rosy Glow blush. This is in the shade Rosewood. Again, what I'm wearing today. It gives a really bright flush to the cheeks, but it gives a really natural flush to the cheeks. Like, this is the kind of strawberry winter blush. It apparently wears really well. I'm excited to see how it wears. But it blended beautifully. It looks gorgeous on the skin. I'm super excited to play around with it a little bit more. I have B-roll swatches for the Mario, but I know, look at me go B-roll. But I will swatch the blush. And it is just that kind of, it looks really intimidating when you swatch it on your hand, but when, like, it doesn't transfer that scary. And then it doesn't transfer that scary on the cheeks. So there's that. And then the other thing I bought was from Grande Lash. I picked up a small size of the Grande Lash serum because for me this lasts way longer than it says. It says like 8 weeks. This lasts me months. I love this stuff. I swear by it. It's what makes my lashes look incredible. It's fantastic. So I picked up a small size because I feel like I don't ever need to buy a big size. And then the rest, oh, I did redeem some points based on Miss Lauren May Beauty. This is the Way Body Cream in St. Bart's. They had the body scrub in Melrose Place or the body cream in St. Bart's. And since St. Bart's is the scent she loves, I decided to pick up the body cream. I haven't even smelt it yet. Okay. Yep, I understand. I understand. So this was just a point perk. I love that scent. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. I understand why she loves it. I feel like I could buy the whole range of this scent. It's fantastic. So yes, and then I got a lot of mascara samples. Okay, that is Sephora. Next, let's do a random thing. If you saw my Sephora recommendations and wish list video, you know I was umming and ahhing with blushes. Dior wasn't even on that. But I was considering getting the matte Pillow Talk blush wand from Charlotte Tilbury. But Erin told me that Emco has their matte blush wand dupes. Now, Emco is an Australian, it's basically a knockoff. Like I don't know how it gets away with it. But when there's a new kind of formula that I'm unsure about whether it will work for me, I prefer to try the Emco one first, because then if I like that, I'll love the original, because these do not compare. So I always like to kind of grab the cheap one first. Okay, this actually looks really pretty. So this is the shade, does it have the shade on here? Amaretto Blush, which is the Pillow Talk dupe. And that is gorgeous. That is really gorgeous. So I'm excited to try that out and kind of see if that's a formula I enjoy before going and spending the money on the Charlotte ones. All right. Singe Beauty is a brand started by the one and only Angelica Nyqvist, and it launched a year ago, and for their 1 year birthday she had 20% off site-wide. So I finally bit the bullet and made a purchase, and I used these brushes today, and I'm upset that I didn't purchase them sooner, and I am upset that I did not buy more. So I bought the eye brush set, and then I bought 2 of the face brushes. I wish I bought the face brush set as well. These are phenomenal brushes. They are, you can tell they are designed by someone who loves beauty, who loves makeup. So the first one I have is the FO2. This is the concealer brush. I used it for both my corrector and my concealer, and it is so soft. I compared it in the try on haul to the Rare Beauty one that I have, and as you can see they are very similar, but the softness of the Singe Beauty does not compare. It's also a denser brush, but it doesn't compare. It is so soft, so soft. And then we have the FO7, which I used for highlighter. You could use it to set your under eye, or kind of pinpoint powdering. Angie really likes to do things like small and detailed, so it's very much her kind of brush. But it again is so soft. It blended beautifully, it applied beautifully. I'm gonna clean it off and try it on under my eyes next, because it is so beautiful. And then we have the eye brushes. I used all of the eye brushes today to be a little bit extra. I definitely wouldn't use them all every day, but these are the ones here. So let's start with the EO1, which is a kind of arrowhead brush, compared to the Smith Arrowhead. Where is my Smith Arrowhead? Smith Arrowhead. Oh, come on. So that's when you want a brush, you can't find it, isn't it? One moment, please. It was in my travel makeup bag because I was just away, and it is a brush. I have a travel eye brush set, and I still take this one with me because I love it. So I have the Smith Brushes Arrowhead brush, and then we have the EO1. So it's not as pointed, and it is fluffier. If you see, Arrowhead, Smith Arrowhead is. But I'd use them for very similar purpose for inner corner work. So I'm excited to have this one. Then we have the EO2. Let me figure out which of that one. This is the one, which is a tapered fluffy brush. I use this for crease work today. Really fluffy at the end. I don't have anything this small. This was why I picked up the eye brush set and not the face brush set, because these shapes for eye brushes are really unique to my collection. Yes, I have an arrowhead brush, but as you can see, that's very different from the one I have. I don't have a blending brush that small, and that's not the smallest of the blending brushes. So if we keep going, the EO3 is the one I probably have, not probably, the EO3 is the brush that I have the most similar to, and I have my Sigma, no, this is a Napoleon 10R brush that they don't make anymore, but I assume that this will be, like, this is the most similar type of brush to the E3, and it is just a traditional kind of first lay down transition brush for me. I use it every day and I can see myself getting a lot of use out of that. But again, it's quite a slightly smaller than something that I usually use, such as a Sigma E40. Then the E4 is your kind of traditional laying down packing shadow brush. Again, I don't have one this small. The most comparable I have is a Sephora collection concealer brush, the 73 I use, but again, this is a very synthetic. This is I can't remember if these are synthetic or natural hairs, but this like feels very synthetic. It's designed for concealer, not shadow. So there's that. The E05 is an even smaller blending brush. I have one from Juvia's Place, I think. That might be it. Ooh, I just had it. I have one from Juvia's Place. That's similar, but this again is denser and this is much fluffier. So great for, I used it right in the outer corner today. It was beautiful. Then the EO6, this is what I'd consider to be the closest to a MAC 217. Here is my MAC. Does anyone even use MAC 217s anymore? Let's do the Sigma E24 is kind of the closest, the kind of tapered packing and blending brush, but this one's much fluffier, which is quite nice. And then the EO7 is a small smudger brush, also could be used to lay colour on. I loved all of them today. And then the last thing was an order from Glaminatrix Cosmetics, because they released a palette at Christmas time called the Fairy Lights palette. And I just made a huge Sephora order. I was going overseas. I didn't need to buy any more eyeshadows. And then they re-released it at the end of January, right as I'd started my no-buy. And I was so tempted, but I was staying strong. And then they've re-released it again. Third time, it got me. This is the Fairy Lights palette from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. And it is an all shimmer palette with, I'm gonna do B-roll of this one as well. It is so gorgeous. The shade Cracker is a hollow chrome. I don't know if it's hollow chrome, but it's got hollow glitter in it. Oh, it's so pretty. They're just absolutely gorgeous Glaminatrix quality shimmers. They're incredible. And then while I was placing an order, you can't just place an order for one thing. You need to obviously spend enough to get free shipping, right? So I bought 8 singles, which again, I will B-roll. So the first shade is the shade Panda. This is from their original Glimmering Creatures collection, which is, they've got 3 volumes now. And it's just this gorgeous kind of silvery neutral shade. Then we have the shade Robin, which is from Glimmering Creatures Volume 2, and it's a really gorgeous pinky shimmer. Then we have the shade Komodo. This one is, I think it's from, this one's from Glimmering Creatures Volume 3, and it's a taupey sparkle. And then we have Skink, which is definitely from Glimmering Creatures 3. It's what I'm wearing today, and it is this gorgeous taupey shade with this greeny, blue, purpley sparkle to it. It's gorgeous. And then we have 4 shades that are not from Glimmering Creatures, but just their standard metallic, not metallic shades, they're standard single shades. The first one is Majestic, and it is so pretty. It has this like green flash to it. Oh, it's gorgeous. And then we have Aster, which is a pink with a very strong gold flash. Very kind of stylishly Mary-esque. We have Happy Hour. This is like a pinky with a blue purple shift. And then my favorite kind of shade, we have Jelly Bean, which is a white base with a gold shift. It's my favorite kind of highlighting shade. I have it in basically every brand. I love Glaminatrix eyeshadows, and I'm super excited to have these ones in my collection. Alright, so that is it for what I've picked up recently, Sephora, Singe, and Glaminatrix. Let me know what you want to see more in-depth videos on. As I said, I have tried a lot of these products on today. I've used all of the Singe brushes, and this look will be coming soon. So make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for that one. Again, let me know in the comments what you want to see more videos on. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.